Caution's out for the 5th time today in the Kobalt Tools 500. You saw Carl Edwards give Kyle Busch a little tap there, indicating that I was about to take the lead from you. And the yellow wave for Elliott Sadler, who bounced off the wall at turn number 4.
I think he spun, but I swear I don't think he hit anything. I thought he was headed up there, but he saved it, I believe.
As Sadler brought out the caution, there was a fierce fight for the lead. Edwards had caught Kyle Busch and was trying to make the move to lead this race for the 2nd time today and the 1st time under green.
12 cars on the lead lap. Ryan Vickers the last car. Greg Biffle at 16. He will be back on the lead lap with a free pass. So we go back racing with about 100 laps to go. We'll have 13 cars on the lead lap.
Pit road is open. Here's Matt.
Robbie Reiser reminding his driver Carl Edwards the green uniforms for his pit stall. Carl says the car still is too free. It's tight for about 2 laps, so they went for a slight track bar adjustment. Steve?
Matt, Kyle Busch has gotten tight in the center. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment on the 18. Dick?
Junior's car is better. It's still not perfect. They're making minor adjustments to it. He has had to park cockeyed here on his pit stall. Krista.
Similar to Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer's car getting tight in the center, but they are not going to make any adjustments because Clint said he was starting to catch them. They're going to save the adjustment for the last stop.
Well, with only a dozen lead lap cars, pit road empties pretty quickly, and Jeff Gordon pops up 3 spots.
And having that very end pit box right there, you can see the DuPont sign. He only had to move a little bit. That's the reason he can pit those spots up. Darrell, did you ever park your car cockeyed?
No. I didn't come and think of it.
You didn't know it.
Well, but you can park it with the right rear tire hanging out over the line. That is legal. As we show you Dale Jr.'s
Bumper
entry
cars.
into his pit.
This is why he was cockeyed. He got knocked that way.
The Kobalt Tools 500 on Fox is sponsored by the auto parts experts at AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Under caution, just over 100 laps to go. Kyle Busch, your leader. That recent pit stop, Jeff Hammond, cost Carl Edwards 4 spots.
Yeah, he came in 2nd here, and if you watch the guys on the right front, everything's going pretty smooth, and all of a sudden it looks like he starts missing. He missed the lug nut, had to go back and get it, and what that did, it put the whole time into the entire stop off, and that's really what put him back, those 4 spots right there. So he's got to drive a little harder to get back where he was.
Currently 6th, and we're getting ready to go green.
Kyle Busch, your leader. Jeff Gordon, the pole sitter. Clint Boyer, who's led the midsection of this race. Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman into the top 5 for the 1st time today.
I don't know if we've said enough about Ryan Newman, but by golly, here he is in the top 5.
Carl Edwards, Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., and Bobby Labonte, the top 10. Green flag with 100 laps to go.
And I don't know if we can say enough with 100 laps to go that all 43 cars that took the green flag are still out on that racetrack.
You know, a lot of times we talk about attrition here, but last year in this race, 41 cars finished it. So it's not as, and this car's running a little slower, a little easier on the engine. You're not in it quite as hard.
You know, we've been talking about cars we hadn't heard the last stat. There he is up there in that 2nd spot. Oh, Big Daddy, Jeff Gordon in that 24 car.
5-car breakaway. A lot of action in that 2nd pack, though, as they go 2 and 3 wide with everybody on fresh tires. And Newman with a tire rub, it appears. Matt?
I think we got to fix it. It's rubbing pretty good. How many times do you want to get him, boy?
And right now they're discussing whether to bring him down pit road because of that left front tire rub. His spotter, his father, Greg Newman, checking it out high atop the grandstand, Mike.
He's coming. He's coming down.
Newman surrenders 5th place.
That's unfortunate, man. He just...
Right side. Front. Left front. 2 tires. Left front. Pull the tire.
First they thought it may have been the right side. Roy McCauley, the crew chief, they're going to go with the left side. It definitely looked like the left front that was rubbing.
Newman gets away, but he will go 1 lap down as the leaders hustle toward turn 1. Here's how it happened.
Trying to force his way up in between the wall and the 42, and he makes contact with the 1 there and gets some left front tire damage. or fender damage.
And remember, Ryan comes in here second in the Sprint Cup points, only 20 points behind leader Kyle Busch, who's leading the race right now.
Well, he's got a fast race car. I've been watching him. He's been able to hang in there pretty well, so should be able to maybe get up there and get the free pass.
He's going to need one, Darrell. He's a lap down, plus he's at the tail end of the pack. So a long way to go for Newman.
Long way to go.
Jeff Gordon running second to Kyle Busch by 0.7 of a second, Krista.
Mike, my top runners down here on this end of pit road all suffering from the same problem. Cars being tight in the center. That would be the 20 of Tony Stewart, the 07 of Clint Boyer, and that 24 of Jeff Gordon. They added, and the word was a smidge of wedge. I said, is that the same as a skosh? They said, no, a smidge of wedge to the car. It was a great stop by the crew. Sub 13 seconds on that stop.
Yeah, Larry, a smidge is more than a skosh.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think I know what maybe's going on here is they go through turn 1 and 2. Watch right there. Darrell mentioned it a while ago. We're starting to get shade down there, and as the track cools down, the cars are going to pick up some grip, and they're going to start getting a little bit tight. I'd say they're probably tighter down in 1 and 2 right now than they are in 3 and 4.
And I tell you, not to take anything away from anybody or give anybody any credit, but that 48 car right now is sitting in the lucky dog spot, and he's running a lot better than he was the last go around here, and he's able to kind of maintain a little bit.
You saw Carl Edwards move past Clint Boyer. That changes third place. And the front three now, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards.
48 car probably knows this may be their last shot.
Yeah,
they better get back on the lead lap now.
Gotta hang, man. Gotta hang. But the car looks the best it's looked all day. I will say that.
Elliott Sadler again. Turn 2 this time.
Caution is out.
And who gets the lucky dog?
The 48, that Lowe's car, Jimmy Johnson.
Honey, let me be your lucky dog, or I won't be your dog at all.
Been a tough day for Sadler.
I don't know what to do, guys. I guess we just don't have a way to figure out how to tighten this thing up any.
Elliott Sadler too loose. You'll see him off in the distance coming into view here.
Well, he spun it earlier down here in 3 and 4 and saved it. I think he got a little damage this time.
Regan Smith slips past underneath.
Barely rubbed that wall.
But you know what? I think there's a good example of that rear wing. It fits over the top of the retaining wall. That's why it hardly ever gets any damage to it.
Now this will be a quickie yellow. Let's make sure we explain it. I think we maybe left that loose end before. What that means, we always say the lead lap cars only can pit the first time. On a quickie yellow situation, when the track's clean, they call it. Everyone can come to pit road if they desire.
And they often do that, Larry, when cautions follow in quick succession and everybody's just been on pit road. Matt?
And Carl Edwards, the first of the lead pack cars to hit pit road. He said his car was a little too tight early on, but thinks it's going to be much better for the longer haul. A slight issue with the impact socket on the previous stop. Nothing so far this stop. Steve.
Matt, Kevin Harvick in his car had also gotten tight. They're going to put some air in the right front. Dick.
Jeff Burton has been loose all day. He finally has got a car that's tight. That means he can go to the front. He is pitting out of the 6th position, and that's as far up in the serial order as he has been all day.
I think we had a miscue up at the front of the pack, because right there, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, and Clint Boyer, they stayed out. Now, it's been about 8 or 9 laps only since we restarted. But what I've seen even yesterday in that Nationwide Series race, you want tires every time the yellow comes out.
So caution out for the 6th time for Elliott Sadler's spin. 233 laps complete. Chris.